The CBS 19 Weather Special is sponsored by Stonewater Roofing and Gas and Supply.
Good evening, everyone. I'm CBS 19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony. Welcome to our CBS 19 Extreme East Texas Weather Special, Solar Spring. Tonight, we're going to be talking about, of course, what's coming up on April 8th, and that is the solar eclipse.
And I'm meteorologist Sarah Blue, and I'll have a look at the path of the eclipse, plus how it'll impact your pets.
And I'm Savannah Hale. I'm going to be taking you to meet a storm chaser who's been in the business for nearly 40 years, as well as talking about the different kinds of wildflowers you can see in the spring.
We're here at the Tyler Junior College Earth and Space Science Center to talk about the solar eclipse, and it's going to be a big deal on April 8th. A big deal economically, too, for East Texas. So, on with the show. These bright, sunny, wide-open fields near Gilmer will go dark April 8th, and Brandy Gage couldn't be more excited.
We've invited people to camp. We're only opening for campers.
Gage owns Prairie Creek near Gilmer. It's in the path of totality.
3 minutes and 17 seconds is what we get right here.
Here at this event space that typically hosts weddings and market days, it will become a campground for what Gage calls Prairie Creek Total Eclipse on the Farm 2024.
The possibility is, great, as far as the financial impact.
Another business with a potential payday, Los Pinos Winery near Pittsburgh. Totality could be a total success. Los Pinos isn't open on Mondays, but it will be for the eclipse. They're having a ticketed event, $20 a person. And consider this, for some of their wine festivals, they'll have more than 300 visitors. So you have that, and then you have bottles of wine from $20 to $70, a charcuterie box for about $10, T-shirts that sell for $20, and you can see how this starts to easily add up. The winery could make tens of thousands of dollars for being open just 3 hours.
After Mexico, Texas is the sweet spot.
Tyler is in the path of totality, that's certain. But how much money could it mean for Tyler? That number, less certain.
As far as economic impact is concerned, we're not really sure what it's going to look like. We feel very confident we will have our hotels filled.
That includes the Sunday night before the eclipse, when twice as many hotel rooms as usual could be filled. Economist Ray Perryman with the Waco-based Perryman Group estimates the eclipse could have a $100 million financial impact on East Texas. That includes $22 million in retail, $15 million in restaurants, and $6 million in hotels.
We are excited about it. We have around 3,700 hotel rooms in our community, and so to have all of those filled with at least 1, 2, maybe 3 people with families coming in is going to be really fun.
And it doesn't stop there. Visit Tyler Knows the Eclipse and the weekend events around Tyler before totality could have a lasting impact on new or returning tourism dollars.
This is a time for our businesses in the community to really welcome the people who are coming to see this eclipse so that we can encourage them to come back after they've had a great time here.
I've heard a lot of people say that they're waiting on the 10-day forecast. So
a lot of pressure there.
Let's make it good.
Clear skies could make or break the financial forecast for businesses such as Prairie Creek. But in the end, Gage knows it's about more than the money.
We're just encouraging anyone, anywhere they are to, get in the path of totality because this is not something we can create. This is a gift.
The economic impact is tied to all of the events that are going on in Tyler and across East Texas that weekend and on April 8th. For a list, visit our website, cbs19.tv. Of course, we need the sky to be clear for the path of totality. Where is that path of totality? Meteorologist Sarah Blue has a look.
April 8th is quickly approaching, and all of us are looking forward in anticipation of the total solar eclipse. Now with this, we're not going to get total night-like conditions in the path of totality. We'll see more of a dusk-like sky, so it'll look like sunrise or sunset. And because of the lack of sunlight, we'll see a drop in our temperatures. Now this isn't going to be a significant drop, around 4 or 5 degrees only, but you'll definitely feel it if you're outside watching the eclipse. Don't forget to grab your eclipse glasses though. You'll also notice a slight breeze if you're outside watching the eclipse. It's going to be a little bit of a cool wind when you're outdoors. Now, this is all happening because of the moon's orbit. The moon is going to orbit between the Earth and the sun, and that's going to block the sun's rays and create a shadow effect on the Earth. And we'll see that direct shadow, that's where we're in the path of totality, that's going to fall across the Lone Star State. However, all across the U.S., at least some portion of the eclipse will be visible on April 8th. Here in the Lone Star State, though, we are really lucking out as we have the path of totality cutting directly through our region. That includes San Antonio, Austin, Waco, Dallas, and here in Tyler. Now in Tyler, that's going to start right around 12:43 in the afternoon is the beginning of the eclipse, and that will last all the way through 3:04 p.m. The path of totality, though, when we're in the total shadow, is going to be rather short, only about 2 minutes long. That'll happen between 1:43 p.m. and 1:45 p.m. in Tyler, so make sure you don't miss it. And we also historically have a pretty good shot of seeing it. If we look at all of our climate data going back years and years, we usually don't have too much cloud cover on April 8th, so we should have a pretty good shot of seeing the eclipse here in the path of totality. But if you look up to the north where we're seeing the totality toward New England and toward the Great Lakes, more clouds traditionally build in the forecast. That's out toward Indianapolis, Cleveland, Detroit, Columbus. Now remember, this isn't a forecast. This is based off of our historical climate data. Our chief meteorologist, Brett Anthony, will have a look at what the eclipse will look like and have your eclipse forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes.